Hi everybody, today we're going to discuss time management and hopefully give you some tips and tools to be able to manage your time more successfully. I want to start out by saying that time is one of your greatest resources. It can be managed. It's about organizing and planning how to divide your time and figuring out how to work smarter. The first thing that we want to do in this process is to analyze where our time is actually going and spending some time tracking what we're doing and looking at that and figuring out what are our biggest time wasters and what times of the day are we most productive, least productive, what things are we doing that we maybe don't need to do as much. Once we do that and we do a time analysis, we can identify what tasks and what things need to be accomplished. This could be school-wise. This could be used in a employment with your employment as well. Identify the tasks that need to be accomplished. Once you identify those tasks, then you can do a task analysis, which is simply just what are the steps needed to make sure I get this task completed. And if you look towards the right, you can see that I put up there a very basic hand washing task analysis. So here's the steps that you need to do to effectively wash your hands, right? So we want to do that with our tasks as well, and we want to chunk them into the steps that needed to be accomplished. Once we have our task analysis, we've done our time analysis, we've identified the tasks, we've analyzed our tasks. Now we can move on to prioritizing. And the next slide I'll show you a map that you can use that will help with this as well. So you want to ask yourself, like, what is the urgency for each of these tasks? When do they need to be completed? And we'll walk through 10 common time management mistakes according to Mind Tools. It is an app that you can download on your phone. It's a website that you can go to as well, but they have some really awesome tools on there for a wide variety of self-improvement, business improvement, employment improvement tips on Mind Tools. The number one common mistake is not having a to-do list, so not knowing what you need to do. Make sure you break up large tasks into specific actionable steps. The second common mistake is not setting SMART goals. So specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals, because this gives you a destination to reach. If we don't know where we're going, we're definitely not going to know how to get there. Third is not prioritizing, and here's where this matrix comes in. So all of my tasks that I need to complete, I'm going to put into this matrix that's here on the right. I'm going to determine whether they are urgent and important, and if they are, I'm going to do them right away. Might be a paper that you have tomorrow, could be some math problems that you have to do, could be a task at work that has to get done by the end of the shift. If it is important and not urgent, I should be planning when I will be doing this and completing this task. So maybe I have a paper that's due next week. I need to start planning on when I'm going to get that done. Or a task at work that is maybe not due until the end of the week. There's also a box for urgent and not important. You could learn to delegate these tasks and see if there are other people who might be better at this than you. And then there's the not urgent, not important. Postpone this. Don't do this if you don't have to do this. Things that fall into this category might be social media, Netflix binging, those types of things. They're not important, they're not urgent, unless it deals with your job. The fourth is not managing your distractions. And so learn what they are first and then how to minimize them. And a great suggestion is to batch check those things, which means at 10 o'clock, I'm going to check my email, respond to my email, check my social media accounts, and then I'm not going to do that again until 2 o'clock. So I'm batch checking all of those things. You can go in airplane mode, and you can put yourself in do not disturb time, kind of like in a timeout, so that you can focus. The fifth mistake is procrastinating. If you break your tasks down and you do the task analysis, that will help you feel like the things that you need to accomplish are more manageable, especially if they're in smaller chunks. Number 6 is taking on too much, always saying, sure, I can do that. Yes, that's fine. Learn how to say no and delegate tasks so that your cup doesn't run over. The 7th is the need to be busy. You don't always necessarily have to be doing something. You can slow down and take some time for yourself. Number 8 is multitasking, which used to be all the craze, and you used to be super awesome if you could multitask. However, I think there's just a ton of research that says that's not the case, that focusing on one task at a time produces a higher quality of work. Number 9 is not taking breaks. Try to take a 5-minute brain break every hour or two to recharge. You might feel like you're wasting your time and you could be getting so much done in those 5 minutes or 10 minutes that you're taking, but your brain really does need a break. And then the last one is ineffectively scheduling tasks. So make sure that you're scheduling your most important work during that peak performance. So when you do your time analysis, you're looking at where am I most productive and where am I least productive, and scheduling your most important work during that peak performance time. Being busy isn't the same as being effective, and until we can manage time, we can manage nothing else. Time management is super important to your success as a student and also as an employee. And always remember that we are here to help. There are many options at Marian University that can help you improve your time management skills, not just the exchange.